After choosing a good email provider, it's usually worth it to spend a little time making sure your devices are resistant to attack. If one phish gets through and you click the link or you open the attachment, the health of your devices is going to be one of the two things that save you. Now, in the news, hacking is usually described inaccurately. They really like these images of the guys in the balaclavas hunched in the dark over a glowing green screen, and there's this narrative that somewhere hackers are focused on you, and they're gonna get you. Be afraid, the news says. Now, unless you're a head of state, have access to lots of cash, or valuable secrets or something, or you've recently pissed off North Korea, that's not true. You and I and my granny do not warrant the focused attention of highly paid security experts. That's a terrible business model. And hacking's a business. Hacking for regular folks is impersonal. They don't know your name and they don't care. Here's a standard pattern. Someone who's okay at computers and good at copy and paste and low on ethics writes a program to take advantage of mistakes some developer made when building a piece of widely used software. That hacking program, a virus, tries to leverage that mistake into control over the computer running it. It's not very smart or well designed. It just pokes at everything it can, trying its little trick on everyone. I'll say it again, but in the security world, nobody cares about you. Except the fine folks here at Simple Salt. Anyway, sometimes it works and then it does whatever it can to extract money from you. Maybe stealing any secrets, maybe ransoming your data, and maybe using it as another launching point to attack something more valuable. We used to address this with antivirus programs. Things moved slowly enough and viruses were few enough that you could identify them by signatures and check each system for those signatures. Every month, all those coders would have created another 100 programs. The antivirus companies would learn about the new set, tell the antivirus program on your computer about the signatures for each, and you'd be mostly protected. That doesn't really work as well anymore. There are still viruses that match signatures, but these days, those virus coders can cheaply program their viruses to randomly change their signatures without changing the way they work. That makes it much more difficult for a signature-based antivirus to catch them. So, what do? Well, there are two main strategies that still work. Keep things patched and minimize your attack surface. Remember the root cause of this whole mess? Some developer made a mistake, and some hacker wrote a program that takes advantage of it. Well, here's the crazy part. What if you just fix the mistake? That would also stop the virus from working. For complicated software like Windows or macOS or SolarWinds, there are so many interconnected parts that mistakes are a part of life. These companies find out about mistakes every week. Maybe mistakes made 5 years ago. So they've built regular ways to get the fixes to everyone. That's what patching is. It's just a bunch of fixes for the mistakes they found. Now, sometimes the fixes that companies send you break things. Sometimes this is even intentional. HP did this once in order to make people buy more ink cartridges, and they got sued for it. And the whole security industry got really angry at them for a while for making people mistrust patching. But honestly, things break a lot less than they used to after patching. So when Windows or Chrome bugs you to update and restart, just do it. The longer you go without it, the more likely you are to be infected. And there are lots more ways than just phishing that malware can attack you. I do have a caveat for Windows. Because there are enough old viruses running around, you should have an antivirus. You should have only one, and it's the one that comes with Windows. It's called Defender. It's free. It's better than anything else you can buy in the signature antivirus market. For Linux, Mac, Chromebook, or your phone, there's no point in an antivirus. So remember, do not buy a signature-based antivirus. It won't help, and it might make things worse. The second way to reduce the virus's chance of success is to have less junk it can take advantage of. If there's less software running, there's fewer mistakes that might be out there for a virus to use. The epitome of this strategy is the Chromebook. Those things are impossible to infect because they've got almost nothing running on them, and Chrome gets super annoying if you put off patches. So, the next time you're thinking of installing the Ask toolbar or something you found on CNET from 8 years ago, ask yourself, is this going to make my computer more vulnerable? Is it worth it? One of the best things about this whole cloud computing model is that you can often find a website that will let you do the same things you used to need software for. There are lots of other security benefits to using SaaS apps. That's apps on the cloud. But for this discussion, it eliminates the junk installed on your computer. Bonus. Another benefit of reducing the programs you have installed is more reliable updates. The most common source of updates breaking stuff is because of other programs people installed. Microsoft is great at making sure their patches work on vanilla Windows and the most common applications, but they have a hard time making sure it won't break all the other old or weird stuff. The same is true of cell phones and tablets. When you install an app, it usually can access anything on your phone. Viruses on phones almost always come from apps that people choose to install. Do you trust the creator of that app? And maybe you don't care about any of this, because all you use this thing for is watching cat videos on Instagram. I don't judge. Clearly, protecting your devices goes deep. I haven't even talked about the new machine learning and behavioral AV products that actually work, why cheaply made antivirus makes things worse, what to do about end-of-life software, how removing local admin can also help, or all the detection and response strategies you can pursue with an EDR. Here are your two takeaways. The best, easiest ways to keep your devices resistant to attack is by patching them and minimizing the junk. If you like this video, share it. I'd also love to hear about your experiences with patching. And if you have any questions about this topic or any other in security, leave a comment below.